Hi, my friends. All right. So today we are going to be going through some water vocabulary words. Okay. I have lots of vocabulary words here, so we're going to go through them. And you can watch this video as many times as you would like to practice these words and learn these words. Okay, the first word, absorb. Absorbing is to soak something up, like when a sponge soaks up the water and absorbs it. And we have the beach. You guys know what a beach is. It's got sand and it's by the ocean or a lake. There's a boat. To boil something means to make it really hot and bubbly. So you boil water on the stove. A captain is like the leader of the boat. He's in charge. Condensation is little water droplets that appear outside of things. Maybe it's on grass or out on the side of a soda can. Little water droplets. Condensation also can refer to when water forms into a cloud. It's condensation. All right, you know what it means to clean something and make it look all sparkly. Then, of course, the clouds in the sky are made of water. Water can be very deep. That means, I don't know how to describe it. It means it goes way, way down. It's deep. You can dissolve things in water, which means it breaks apart into little teeny tiny particles, so you can't really see it anymore. A diver is somebody who swims in the water with a special oxygen tank and swimming suit. Drenched means that you're really, 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 really wet. Drink. Obviously, we drink water. The environment is the planet and the weather and the sky. Everything around us is the environment. Evaporate is when water turns into water vapor and disappears into the air. Faucet is where the water comes from in our houses. A ferry is like a teeny tiny little boat that carries people from one place to another. The float means that you don't fall in the water, you stay on the top of it and are floating. Form. Water has several different forms of liquid, gas, and solid. So a form is kind of like the shape, the structure that water takes. We have a water fountain where water squirts into the air. We have freeze when water turns into ice. It gets very cold outside. We have a gas is one of the forms of water. It's like water vapor. When you see the steam and things coming, that's gas. Hail is balls of ice that fall from the sky sometimes. It's a kind of weather we see. Hydrate. When you hydrate, that means you're drinking water and making sure your body has enough water inside of it. You're staying hydrated. Next we have ice, frozen water. An island is a piece of land that is totally surrounded by water. We have a lake. Can be I'll call it a medium-sized body of water, where there's usually fish and other things. You can sometimes go swimming. A liquid. We've talked about a liquid and how it's kind of a runny, flowy substance like water or juice. Melting is when something turns from a solid to a liquid. And so your popsicles melt, maybe your ice cream melts. Okay, it starts getting all wet and slippery. A meteorologist is somebody who studies the weather and tells us the weather on the news. A mist is water that's kind of in the air. It's foggy and like clouds are down on the ground. It's mist. Okay, that's just half the cards, guys, but you're doing awesome. You're gonna know all these words and you're gonna know so much about water and how water works. I'm so proud of you. Oh, I forgot one word. Conclude. Conclude means to end. So in this case, it's like the ending of a science experiment. It's the end of, the experiment. And you're telling people your conclusions, what you learned from your science experiment. Okay, so that's conclude. All right, that's that half. Now let's do this half. All right, observe means to watch closely. So that's part of doing a science experiment, is observing. We have the ocean, is a big salty body of water. Perspiration is when you're sweating and all hot and sticky. That's perspiration. A pond, like a small lake. It's a small body of water. Precipitation is when water falls from the sky, like rain or snow. Precipitation. Predict means to guess. That's also part of doing the science experiment, is predicting and guessing. People predict the water. Not the water, the weather. There we go. A puddle is a little bit of water on the ground. Sometimes you can jump in it. Puddle. Quench. To quench your thirst means to drink enough water so that you're not thirsty anymore. That's quench. To kind of get rid of that thirsty feeling by drinking water. And we have rain. You guys have seen rain. And then repel means to chase something away, to push it away. So you spray bug spray on your body to repel mosquitoes and other bugs, to keep them away from you. And we have a river, a flowing body of water. A sailor is somebody who's on a boat and works on a boat. To saturate means to get something really wet and filled with water. So you can saturate a sponge and get it full of water. And we have the sea, kind of another name for ocean. We have shallow, And shallow is when water is not deep. When it's just a little bit of water and you can stand in it. Sink. The sink is where we wash our hands, wash our dishes, and where water comes. And then we have sleet. Sleet is like when it rains and snows at the same time. It's kind of crazy. That is sleet. Then right now, snow. We don't have any snow on the ground right now, but usually we get snow in the winter, like frozen rain. To soak means to keep something in water for a long time and get it really nice and wet. Soil is what is dirt that's on the ground that we use to plant plants in. It needs water, helps water get to the plants. We have a sponge that soaks up water and can get saturated. We have a storm. You've seen thunderstorms before. A stream is like a little river, not quite as big. A swamp. A swamp is almost like a dirty lake. It's got lots of different plants and moss and animals living in it. It's a very important place, but it can be really dirty and muddy and sticky. But the animals who live there need the swamp to grow and to survive. Okay, sweat is like perspiration we talked about, where you get all sweaty and hot. We can go swimming. Then temperature, how hot or cold something is. Thirst. When you get thirsty, that means you need some water. An umbrella protects you from the rain. Vapor. Water vapor is like steam or like mist or smoke. Wash means to get something clean, like you wash your hands. Then we have water, which is what we're talking about. This unit is water. We have the water cycle, which is how water circulates through our environment. It has collection, evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. So we'll talk more about that in other activities. Waterproof. That means that it's something that can get wet and it won't break. So if you have like a waterproof phone, it can get water on it and it won't break. And then weather. Whether it's sunny or raining or snowy or windy, it's what the environment is like outside. All right, my friends, I know that was a lot of words, but you did awesome. Keep watching this movie, keep practicing using these words, and I will see you later. Bye.